Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show with me, Kavita Thaplial, and there are plethora of funds available in the market to invest your hard-earned money in, but how do you assess which is the right fund for your portfolio? What are the criteria that one should be looking at? Now, to help you navigate through this maze, today I have with me Pankaj Mathpal, MD, Optima Money Managers. Also, do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number, which is 865-797-4571. You can also email us your questions on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Hi, good evening, Pankaj, and welcome to The Money Show. We also have our first viewer connected online with us, Mr. Vijendra Kumar. Good evening, Mr. Vijendra. Thank you so much for sending us your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. You're calling from?
Hello?
Yes, Vijendra, I can hear you. You're calling from?
I'm calling from Arora, ma'am.
All right. So, Vijendra, as per the details given by you, you have Nippon India Large Cap Fund in your portfolio. You have Canara Robeco Emerging, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap. You have Axis Small Cap, SBI Mid Cap. You have been investing 17,000 monthly in these funds, and you want to add 15,000 more SIPs, and
Yes.
you want to know if for that you should be adding more funds in your portfolio and also do a lump sum investment every year of 2 lakh. That's it? Your goal is 1
Yes, ma'am.
CR after 10 years, 50 lakhs after 15 years.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right? Okay, perfect. Did anyone recommend you these funds?
No, ma'am, just watching your show, and I just only picked that.
Oh, thank you so much for watching our show, and thank you so much for reaching out where we can help you and just review your portfolio as well. So yeah, Pankaj, over to you.
Kavita, good evening. Yes, Vijendra, see, the funds you have selected all are good, but you are missing mid-cap fund in your portfolio. So as you want to add 15,000 rupees to your SIP, so you can start one fresh SIP in Motilal Oswal mid-cap fund for rupees 5,000. And balance 10,000 rupees, you can top up your existing fund. One is your Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. You can add 5,000 to that. And 5,000 you can add to your small cap fund as well, as you're planning for long term. So only one new fund, and rest you can top up to your existing funds in your portfolio. And you also want to add some lump sum amount. For lump sum, I'll suggest that you have Nippon India Large Cap Fund and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. So both these funds you can top up these funds. So don't add again any new fund for this lump sum also. And to achieve your goal, my suggestion that you should increase your SIP amount by 5 to 7% every year, every month. Monthly SIP by 5 to 7% every year, you should step up so that you can achieve your goal, what you have decided.
So Pankaj, since he'll be doing a lump sum investment of 2 lakh every year, so can that go in installments, or he should be putting 1 lakh in both the funds? What should be the strategy for diversifying this amount across his funds, that ones you recommended?
Yeah, see, because he's been investing in other funds, so right now, considering the market situation also, I'll say that if he wants to invest 2 lakh rupees right now, for 2 lakh rupees, these flexi cap and large cap will be the right choice. And in the subsequent years, depending on situation, he can change the funds also. See, when we plan for long term, it's not necessary that if you start with large cap right now, then you have to stick to that only. But at this moment, considering the market valuation, I'll say that large cap will be better choice. Second thing, whether he should invest in one lump sum in one go, or he should invest in a staggered manner. See, I'll not say that he should do the SIP because he has money available with him, but in say he can spread over 1 to 2 months that whole 2 lakh rupees. But only 2 schemes which I have mentioned, because he has these schemes in his portfolio, so he can top up these schemes only.
Sure. Vijendra, is there anything else you want to ask Pankaj?
Yeah, madam, I have the SBI mid cap Nifty index 150 fund. So,
See, mid cap.
should go with Motilal mid cap, or just can stay with SBI Nifty?
This bit of detail with us. I don't think, right, we did not have this bit of detail, but then Pankaj, if you could just hear his question, what would be a quick answer? My other caller is actually, my other viewer is online with me connected, so I have to take his question. Pankaj.
See, Vijendra, the SBI mid cap that you have in your portfolio is index fund. I'm suggesting you to add one actively managed fund. That's why Motilal Oswal mid cap fund has been suggested to you.
All the best, Vijendra. I have Dipesh Arora online with me. Dipesh, hi, good evening. Thank you so much for sending us your question. You want to invest 2.5 lakhs per month, and okay, currently you have 30 lakhs in equity already. So, which is this is you're talking about shares, Dipesh?
Equity is shares, yeah, purely shares.
Okay, you're calling from?
Dubai. I'm based in Dubai.
All right. Thank you so much for sending us your question. So, 2.5 lakh per month in mutual funds, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then this will be for how many years?
I don't have a plan. This would be my regular investment.
Okay, so
I
at
could
least
go for
more than
long-term,
5
2
years?
5 years.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes,
what
absolutely.
happens is, as per the duration, no, as per your time investment time horizon, your risk appetite or your risk profile also changes. So if it's 3 years, maybe you'll be a slightly more conservative investor. If you go beyond 5, maybe we can still, plan on adding some risk in your portfolio, which will add on to your profit. So
Yeah,
I'm taking a time horizon of
I'm a
5 years,
risky.
maybe. Okay,
Correct. I'm a risky investor, so 5 years is okay.
sure, perfect. Pankaj, we have some more clarity on the question now.
That was very important. So if you want to invest for long term, then definitely equity funds can be a right choice. And second thing, as you mentioned, that you are a risk-taking investor and you have been investing in direct equity shares. So my recommendation is ICICI Prudential Large and Mid Cap Fund, Motilal Oswal Flexi Cap Fund, White Oak Mid Cap Fund, and Kotak Multi Cap Fund. So because you want to invest 2,50,000 every month, you can divide in 4 schemes equally.
Dipesh, anything else you want to ask Pankaj?
Yeah, I actually had a
Sure.
question. So since this amount is 2.5 lakhs a month or 3 lakhs, is it advisable to keep it in 9 or 10 schemes or just 3 or 4 schemes?
Question, and right now he's recommended you only 4, and I think you should be sticking to that. Why should one not be investing in more than 5 or maybe in 9 or 10 schemes, Pankaj?
See, ultimate objective is to have the exposure across the market segments, across the sectors. So if I have recommended 4 schemes, these schemes will serve that purpose. See, here are large cap, mid cap, flexi cap, everything is here. So duplicacy of scheme will not yield better returns. Considering that fact that 4 schemes are enough, if you want to add one more, that will be only international fund that you can consider. So one index fund like ICICI Prudential Nasdaq 100 Index or Motilal Oswal Nasdaq Fund of Fund. So any index fund you can add, but otherwise we do not need 2 funds in the same category. These are enough.
All the best, Dipesh. Let's move on to other question, which is via email from Arjun. And he writes that he's 28 years old and existing investments include UTI Nifty 50, ICICI S&P BSE Sensex, HDFC Nifty 50, Bandhan Nifty 50 Index, Nippon India Large Cap, Axis Small Cap. He's planning to invest more 35,000 per month and he wants to invest this in a very diversified way. I really wanted him on the phone line to know the reason behind this passive strategy. Although it's a very common trend that we are noticing among investors, but having this kind of complete passive strategy boosts your profit or returns in the portfolio, Pankaj?
Kavita, especially in large cap, if you see that most of actively managed funds have failed to outperform these passive funds. So considering that fact, there is nothing wrong if somebody wants to have major allocation in passive funds as far as large caps are concerned. But when it comes to mid cap, small cap, there are majority of actively managed funds which have outperformed index. So in large cap space, yes, this passive funds can be considered. But if I answer to this question, see, you can see one Sensex fund is there and 3 Nifty 50 funds are there. So, okay, Sensex is a different index, but Nifty 50, if you invest in 3 funds or more or 4 funds, returns are going to be same because ultimately same 50 companies will be there. The difference will be only tracking error. So it does not make sense for any investor to invest in Nifty 50, means same index, and having three funds. So that is one thing what I observed, and my suggestion that you should have only one index fund if you are investing in index fund, means large cap index. So one fund can serve the purpose, not that 3 or 4 funds. Second thing about the SIP, Kavita, because the question is regarding SIP as well. For that, I'll suggest 3 schemes. One will be Tata Business Cycle Fund, another will be Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, and ICICI Prudential Nasdaq 100 Fund. So you can start SIP in these schemes. And as I mentioned, if you want, you can just switch from these 3 schemes to one scheme. That will be better.
All right, let's move on to our last question of the show, which is from Atul. And the question says that he wants to invest 30,000 per month and he wants at least 4 to 5 mutual funds for this investment. We don't have the time horizon. So let's assume that he has a time horizon for 3 years and more than 5 years, both the scenarios. Pankaj.
In case of 3 years, I'll say that again, Nifty 50 index fund and some balance advantage fund like HDFC balance advantage or ICICI Prudential balance advantage fund will be a right choice. But if the horizon is more than 5 years, in that case, equity funds, means pure equity funds can be considered. And I'll recommend a few names: Axis Nifty 100 index fund, ICICI Prudential large and mid cap fund, Motilal Oswal Flexi Cap Fund, and Kotak Multi Cap Fund. So these 4 funds, one is again index fund here, and 3 are actively managed funds.
All right, I think with that, it's time up on the show as well. Thank you so much, Pankaj, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries today. And time to sign off, but I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID because this is the only show where we do your life financial planning. Just in case you want to check on your fund mix or your financial portfolio, 865-797-4571, WhatsApp number and the email ID, themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.